He was saying that I love traffic because all these people are buyers.
Buyers, yes. Look, they just want to chase the game,
Right.
but they don't design the game.
Like that song, all I do is win, win, win.
Exactly.
The man doesn't want to have another man in the house, isn't it? Otherwise, he
Good
would go for
answer.
other.
Good
He would go for a different direction.
If the real estate is tough industry, then they have to be tougher.
Today is one of the most exciting video podcasts that we are going to have because I really was waiting for a while for this one. Why? Because today we're meeting one and only Sajjad Maroof.
Thank you so much.
I'm very excited to bring you here. Like, give all that light that you always give to me, to the people and to my audience, whoever is watching this video. I'm sure they're going to find a lot of new things for themselves, especially the new people in Dubai, new people who joining real estate. So I'll just quickly introduce you. Blood and stream of World Island, inspirational but challenging projects in Dubai. And therefore, I think as all challenges in life, they're teaching us a lot of great things. They're making us much stronger. They're making out of us like outstanding personalities, which I think you're one of them. Yeah, 10 years in real estate. Long time. Do you feel it's a long time?
So the question is how it went. So look, I always tell to people, real estate, it's not a job. It's a lifestyle. How you start your day, how you end up your day, and how you end up your day by winning the deals. This is the most important thing. At the end, you have to do the winning decisions. That's the most important thing. And that start from the first time of the morning. Mindset of every individual. They just want to chase the game.
Right.
But they don't design the game.
Ah.
Okay, so in order to design the game, they first need to understand what they need. Clear goals. Their personal life, their spiritual life, and their financial life. These are three most important areas of life every individual need to focus on it. So when it comes to personal life, it comes to personal health. Are you hitting the gym? Are you doing some activities which motivates your body? Okay, then comes the spirituality. How you are feeding your soul, which makes you feel from inside.
Right.
Once these two factors are full, or these factors are going well balanced, automatically your financial life will get more better. How? You're gonna take all your decision of life in full consciousness. You're not gonna take any of the decision which can makes you feel uncomfortable for the long term.
Right.
Most of the decision what we take always give us a temporary satisfaction. That is called the temporary solution. But we forget the long-term effect of that decision. So my experience of life, living in Dubai, it's really important to make all these factors of life really balance.
Amazing. Wow. There is a lot of new people starting nowadays, and they face the challenge of competition in Dubai. You know how really the industry developed and how many companies got opened, real estate companies, developers that are just launching project after the project, and the new people coming, they know it's, like a blooming industry right now. But once they face the challenges, it becomes really like a wall. And I face a lot of brokers saying it's really a tough game. Do you have anything to say about to the people who are just starting? Because I know that you have a great experience, and I know you're even training some agents and giving them the bright side of that story. So what would you recommend them to do?
Look,
in the beginning?
I like the word which you have used, tough. They think if the real estate is tough industry, then they have to be tougher.
Right.
That's important thing. Again, it all lies the clear goal. How much the goals are clear, or are they ready for the industry? If they said yes, then they have to dive into this game. They have to allocate all the resources surrounding this game. That's my experience. Again, networking is important. Self-development is important. Self-education is important. Most of the brokers, they are only focused on the local market, but they forget what is happening in international market, what is happening in global politics, how Dubai or this MENA region get benefits once something happens in international. So for example, if any country is surging their taxes high, the first most important decision what an investor will take is go to Dubai.
Correct.
And Dubai, again, I don't need to say this thing again, best infrastructures, best of the best you will find in Dubai in terms of luxury, safety, and money making.
Correct.
So you're getting like, this is an investor heaven. And on the other hand, the residents who are living over here, they have multi-dimensional opportunities to achieve. And they can only achieve once they know how the game works. That's important thing in Dubai.
But where do you get the motivation? You know, like when you started to say that, yeah, morning is very important, but the same time, you know, in real estate, you work really long hours. Like people finish their work sometimes 11, 12, they go for the events. They hardly wake up in the morning. And, you know, burning out feeling, it comes very fast. Even for some people after 6 months, for some people after 3 years. The burnout, it's like, you know, something that follows you. And every time you remind yourself, yes, I know why I'm here. I know what I'm doing. I know what's my goals, what's keeping me in line. But how to fight that feeling? I mean, I'm sure you've seen a lot of people just saying, that's it, I cannot do it anymore.
So most of the time, what I do or what I prefer.
Right. Maybe give
Short
you yourself as an
conversations,
example.
yeah. Short conversation with a good cup of coffee can solve a lot of problems.
Like what? With who?
Look, so what happened? Everybody, for example, you, for example, me, we all have tough days.
Right.
But one single good conversation can change the entire pressure of the day. And what I have experienced in my life, when you start having discussion with individuals or when you start listening to their problems, they themselves realize what is the best solutions to their problem.
It's kind of a psychologist effect.
Exactly. So what you have to do, you have to listen and listen very carefully what they are saying. And once you understand how they feel, and when the other person will understand what he is saying is completely understand. And again, during this conversation, they will find their way. And always tell them, stay highly motivated, whatever it happens. You know, there's a saying like diamonds are made under high pressures.
Correct.
So if you're looking for a diamond, you have to go through this process. This is a process.
Yeah, I can imagine.
The ultimate goal is to win. And to win, you have to do
Like,
whatever it takes.
No matter what. You know, like that song, all I do is win, win, win.
Exactly. You know what I always say is, everything is fair in real estate and love.
Everything is what?
Everything is fair in real estate and love. You know, everything is fair. If you want to work hard, work. If you think your viewing or your site visit or your meeting is at 11 o'clock in the night, go for it. Never lose an opportunity. Never. That creates the probability of getting yes from your surroundings. So it's not only the hard work, it's smart work. It's how you set up your mind for the specific goal. Again, the goal should be very clear.
Do you mean like a financial goal? They have to write like some $1 million on the wall, or like on the ceiling, you know, wake up every morning, see, okay, today I have to make this $1 million. Or do you mean like affirmations? You know, some people like wake up and they look at themselves in the mirror and they're like, oh, I'm a billionaire, or I'm gonna like make it today, I'm gonna close 5 deals. You know, what works for you actually?
So look, when I started real estate, and what it really works for me, and if you go through different articles, different book, and it worked for different businessmen also. So what I did, I took up a paper, white paper. I consider that white paper is me. I'm blank.
Right.
Okay. So I start writing the 3 most important thing I need in life. Okay. Now I know from hundreds of desires, hundreds of requirements, I have the most 3 important things to achieve. Okay. Now my goals is clear. On the right side, I have written what is the time frame. Is
So
it
you
3 months?
You put the timing on that.
Yeah, is it 3 months, 6 months, or a year? It can depend upon the goal, or it can depend upon your motivation, your consistency. It all depends upon you.
Right.
Okay, so you write a fair time. You are conditioning yourself to do it within that time frame. What happened when you give a very loose end to your thoughts, to your perception? Everything is just wandering here and there.
Right.
So you have to keep all your thoughts, all your goals at one spot. Okay, and you need to focus it. Okay, now you have the goals, now you have the time frame, now you have to set up the plan.
So you flow your energy directly to the
Exactly.
points.
And that's really important. Most of the people, they cannot consider this part, but this is conditioning yourself into that specific situation. It's really important. Again, we should not keep our thoughts, our ideas just wandering. Okay, if you have a bright idea, write it down. If you have a thought, action it.
True.
It's really important to action on your dreams, or they will be only dreams without actions, right?
It's like me wanting to make the video podcast for last like 5 years now. Here we go.
Here we go. Yeah.
Here we go. Reach the point. But yeah, I agree with you. Just one time decision, I guess. Like when you sit with yourself and say, that's it. I'm going to do it. Like it's either now or never.
Exactly. Yeah.
And if really you made that solid decision, then even I feel like the energies kind of flow towards helping you to achieve everything, whatever is in your mind right now. Just suddenly you meet the people that are helping you to achieve something.
Exactly.
And if it's about connections as well, connections, I feel like nowadays what we are keeping on is on surrounding ourselves with that circle of quality people.
Correct.
That have same mind way thinking, like mind,
right.
I wanted to say, like something that is, if you have an idea, nobody will put it down, they will actually put it up.
Correct. Absolutely right.
That's
what
yeah,
I meant
and
to say,
actually a lot of people complain that it's hard to find good friends in Dubai, which I agree and disagree at the same time, because I, like, for example, never could have a problem finding friends. Maybe I'm just kind of friendly person. I don't know.
We have warm personalities.
But I can say that I also, what you mentioned about putting your energy in a specific goal.
Absolutely.
Yes, I said to myself, I need a couple of nice friends. Let me look around. Let me check. Okay, do I vibe with this? Like, I'm a totally sensor person, you know, like I'm going like with antenna and checking where is my, you know, where's my circle, where's my energies. Yeah. And then eventually you get like a great circle and those people are around and you always talk about the same things. And most of the time you talk about how to become more successful.
Correct.
And I think that's the achievement it's a good achievement for bringing your mindset to the right place.
Perfect. Yes. That's the key goal. So look, everything what you want is already there.
All right.
When I say there, it's already there in the universe. Everything is there. Even before us, people who are living before us, everything was there. Once everything is there, how to get to that level?
Correct.
Then these kind of decisions are important to take what you want or what you decide for.
Right.
And that becomes to friend circle, investment in yourself, go out, meet people, talk to them, share with your ideology. Then then we understand either this person is good for me or bad for me. Like we did, we met in one of the project, we start conversation, like the conversation what we are having right now, we used to have in a coffee shop, we are having a day during the viewing, all these kind of things. So what I wanted was there and what you wanted was there.
Correct.
It was the right time when we meet for the business purpose, and then we proceeded further.
And you know, the good thing is you mentioned it, because I was blown by the way you've presented the project. And literally, that's exactly proves that how people fall in love with projects through the people.
Exactly.
Because trust me, if somebody else would be on your place, I'm not sure what I'm going to feel about, like, you know, is it really good or not? There was like different type of background things about this. And at the same time, I felt welcomed so much. I was feeling I'm the one who is buying and I'm the one, like literally have given your 150% or maybe even more to basically a person who is, I'm not a client, right? I'm just a person who's going to offer your project to someone else.
Correct.
And like, is it the style that you always do? Is that this is the benchmark of presentation that you always carry on over the time being, you know, with the property?
So I have a passion towards real estate.
Wow.
And for the developer whom I'm working, like I feel I'm part of the developer. Like I am the project. I have to be best when it comes to project presentation. I have to be best when I am presenting that property or presenting the projects. Like if I'm presenting 125 million dirhams or 200 million dirhams of worth of a property, and I'm not keen enough or I'm not have passion enough to know the history, how does it things goes, how does the market is flowing, how does the investor will get benefit by putting the money in that specific assets. So mostly what we do, we are financial advisors. Okay. What we advise,
because it's more like a financial solution rather than actually just an investment.
Correct. And all properties, all real estate are beautiful, they are amazing, but there are specific few products which stand out from the region. Like like there are certain villas, there are certain mansions, you don't have any comparison of those properties. So we have to find those kind of investors. How to do networking, talking, conversation, going out. It's really important to go out and meet people. Meet people and meet quality people.
Quality, that's the key word. Quality people.
Meet the quality people, right?
Absolutely.
So everything will work out. Everything's work out. It worked out for you. It worked out for me. It will work out for the people who are listening. Sometimes I need a brush off from my thoughts, from my brain. Because we are human beings. We get frustrated. We get exhausted. We get everything. So what I do, I'm going to find one of my best friend in the company. We're going to have a talk, have a cup of coffee, discussing different facts of life, of business and real estate. Suddenly the ideas pop up. Okay, I said, listen, I have an idea. Now I have to speak with my client. I have to sort out this problem.
Right.
Such simple solutions. So even the experienced people need a good conversation because they know how to sell. They know how to present themselves. They know everything. It's just the frustration or you can say exhaust they have to vent out.
Now, I think it comes down to taking yourself seriously.
Yes.
Because when you talk about how you present the project, right, that's all about how you perceive yourself being serious about what you're doing.
Absolutely.
And that also comes to how you look, how you talk, how you really treat yourself. You know what I mean?
Correct.
So maybe some advice to the people who are just on that journey. How really to take yourself seriously, because you don't know what kind of background people had. You don't know from what kind of family they're coming from, right? Where maybe the people were not respecting, in the family, there's a different scenarios how bringing up is going. And they're trying to achieve something, but the, let's say this habits, right? The childhood kind of, not saying traumas, but, something that people get used to think of themselves, this kind of self-talk about I'm not good enough, or I'm not really what other people are, and am I confident enough? All of those things, they just, in my opinion, it's all about taking yourself seriously. But how do you get to that point?
In my experience of life, there are 3 important foods which you have to give to yourself. First, the healthy food, which goes to our bones and flesh, which makes us healthy.
Right.
Then there's a food which have to be fed to the brain, which is called the books. Read books. All the people who have less motivation or they cannot find a path, they should start reading books. I can suggest Think and Grow Rich. They should read that book. And trust me, every chapter they will read, their brain will start promoting all the ideas what they need in life. So Think and Grow Rich, anybody can read. It's available on the online. Then it comes with spirituality. So how you make your inner self really good, as we talked before.
And I think this is the key one.
It's a key word. Unless you are not filled inside, you cannot fill the world. It's really important thing. And always give whatever you earn, you should give to the society back. So lining up all the points, they should have a healthy lifestyle. Again, because you are presenting one of the most expensive properties in Dubai. You are yourself is a brand. Once we go out of the countries, so we present Dubai. Okay. Even on our vacations, we are selling properties. We are discussing, we are talking. And guess what?
It's like, there is a joke about that. Like if you're dating different nationality, make sure you do your best because you're presenting the whole nation behind you. Something like that.
Right? Look,
it's the same thing.
So the new people, They should believe in themselves and find something which can motivate them. It can be anything. It can be reading books. It can be hitting to the gym. It can be any activities they like to do. But they need to find themselves before finding something out which is available. So for all the new peoples, they need a definite plan, definite goal, and find themselves and believe in it. Believing can change the entire world.
That's so true. Even in every religious book, it says
Exactly.
everything starts from believing.
Belief.
Looking at yourself and saying, I can do it. And I think, I feel like a lot of motivational books that actually came from, Bible, Quran. It all says the same, like,
Belief.
just believe in things that happening around you, and yourself is the first thing.
And look, you just said, I can do it. So if you see one of the biggest brand, they say, just do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Just
and
do it.
everyone, yeah, exactly.
Don't condition yourself like you can do it. Just do it.
And you know what I've also noticed, even with myself sometimes, overanalyzing is a lot of multiple options of where to go and how to do. Especially now, a lot of people, like, they've been in one industry, they want to shift to another one, or maybe to become a freelancer, maybe to become, be with a company, maybe start your own business, maybe be a blogger, maybe be a singer, open up your online shop. Yeah. Like, there is a zillions of directions where people can go. And then you sit down with yourself, and at the end, you notice that, like, 10 days past, you have not done none of this. Like,
yes. That's the power of decisions. People, if something you like it, just go for it. Challenges, just sort out the challenges during that process. It's really important. Sometimes people perceive all the challenges before even they take us one single step. As you said, they're like in this diversified market.
Like the criticism come first before even anything happens, right? Like you're imagining all the worst scenarios and you pick the worst one.
One of the key rule, do not listen to people, okay?
Oh, yeah.
Just listen the inner voice which is going in your brain and amplify it more and more and convert that voice into an action, into decision, into something practical. And again, this is all for the new people. They want to start, take a decision, make a plan, set up a goal, go for it.
Correct.
Take challenges. If you're not going to take challenges in the age of 23, 24, 26, when are you going to take challenges in the age of 80? When you already challenged yourself.
But those that came recently to Dubai, they kind of felt, that it's a transit place in a way. So, like, one of my friends kept saying, I wasn't sure if I'm going to stay in Dubai or I'm moving from Dubai. He is from UK. So he actually, at some point, he got so exhausted with overthinking where to go, back to UK or to Australia or to whatever, locations. Because Dubai was for him like, okay, I can stay here, but in terms of what he get used to being in different environment, right? Because Dubai is very challenging. Dubai is very demanding for the lifestyle that you're willing to have, right? Exactly. You have to sacrifice a couple of things. Yeah. So what he done, he sat and he wrote a piece of paper, his financial stuff, and he put all the 3 countries on the list, and Dubai in every single point came first. And after he realized that, all his energy, he decided to stay here. Yeah. And all the energy went to the work, to creating social life. And over a week, he reached a lot of different amazing achievements that hasn't been there for a year that he stayed here. Because his energy went, okay, I'm staying here, I'm doing right here, right now, all of those things which I have to settle down, right? Exactly. Because when you're always in between, you're not giving your 100%, not here, not there, and the mess is happening.
When it comes to money, when it comes to financial, anyone who cannot make money in Dubai, then consider they cannot make money anywhere. Because over here, you have unlimited opportunities.
Right.
Unstoppable business. The city is getting better and better every single second, every single day, every time. And to make the city more secure, and the growth is like we can put it like infinity. This city have a plan of ahead of 50 years.
That's how it looks like.
Ahead of 50 years. Okay. So if you're not positioning yourself, again, if you're not positioning yourself to that mainstream, then you will left back. If you're left back, then you are still in that previous life.
Right.
You haven't took that challenge to yourself to convert your life into something very unique experience. So it's all about the experience of life we will gonna have. People will complain about over here. People will complain over there. People complain everywhere. This is the best thing we can do, complain, right?
Correct.
But converting the complaint,
We're professionals. All
we are
of us are
professionals.
yeah,
Like as soon we gonna step out, people will start complaining about this.
Correct.
But they forget what they can achieve if they just put all their focus at one thing. What you really said. Just put all focus at one thing. And like life becomes beautiful.
Yeah, and I think if you look around the world right now, just a few places maybe, you can compare Dubai in terms of like security, stability, and really the opportunities. Even I'm not sure if you can find something similar to that, especially opportunities.
Not close to it.
Not close to it,
Not
even,
close
right?
to it. Not close to it. Dubai is Dubai.
Let's say it's a brand.
Just agree on this point.
Yeah. Dubai is Dubai. And
is
even,
Dubai.
they keep saying about Abu Dhabi is going to grow. I'm saying, yeah, Abu Dhabi is amazing from their own perspective.
They all are doing wonderful jobs.
Yeah.
They all are doing wonderful
but,
things. Wonderful initiations.
Every time I go, I say those guys have to still work a little bit more for getting to that point, right? In terms of service, in terms of like being switched on every single subject. Yeah. People becoming genius in Dubai with understanding how they can make their life going.
Exactly.
And they bring up all the talents, whatever they had. I actually see a lot of clients who are coming here. They bring new businesses. They bring so much amazing ideas, which were in Dubai. Still, there was some niches that were missing out, right?
Correct.
Like, because of course every country has its own a little bit of empty spaces because of certain missing out stuff.
Yeah.
So now since a lot of changes happened in the world, let's say, a flow of people come into Dubai and they're looking for a niche to start something. Of course, they're getting shocked a little bit that not everything is easy as they thought it's going to be. But at the same time, you could see how Dubai becomes crazily amazing in terms of service. If you look at deliveries, like 15 minutes, 10 minutes.
I was about to say, what is one single thing which you cannot purchase over the phone or online?
Nothing.
Everything will be delivered right at your doorstep.
Absolutely.
And guess what? Nobody will be going to pick it up for, right?
No, the best part is like leave it at the door.
Leave it at the door, right?
I'm coming back after 10 hours. I'm picking it up.
It's still there.
It's still there. And every single time it's still there.
It's still there, right?
And I always give examples because I'm the person who always loses something. I'm like always like, I'll forget my phone in the bathroom. I'll forget my bag somewhere because I'm very emotional. Sometimes I get caught in the conversation. Every single time I come back, it's there.
It's there.
Yeah. Even it was very funny. Last time happened to me. I bought something really, really nice, like a piece of clothes in, what was it, Dubai Mall. And then I forgot it in the coffee shop, the bag with it. I forgot in the coffee shop. I went to see my friend after like 5 hours. I just said, I think I had the bag with me. Yeah, I bought something. Where did I leave? Where did I leave? And imagine I came back. It was, I think, Gloria Jean's coffee shop in Dubai Mall. So I came back. Of course, it wasn't there. But I came to the cashier. I said, like around 5-6 hours ago, I left the bag. He's like, here you go, ma'am.
Look, this is where you're gonna find this kind of ultra luxury service.
No way,
right?
No way.
This is safety.
I'm not saying somebody would steal my but most probably they would because it was quite expensive. I mean, it could happen easily. But in Dubai, every single time it's there. And by the way, there are some people who's making kind of online videos about they specifically leave like a laptop just to try it out.
Exactly. And it's there.
Like somewhere in the food court, they leave like, Mac, a couple of them phones, and they just go and they sit there like watching if somebody gonna check it out and, somebody will take it. It never happens.
If you have experienced one thing in Dubai, like people have so much to do in their life. Mm-hmm. Like they don't have, like this thing they can buy like not one time, but multiple times.
Right.
For all of these things, lost things, we don't get attracted.
No.
Because we know we can buy it like this.
It's one thing. And second, I think people also understand like they're kind of cameras everywhere. I was talking to one taxi driver and he was saying something about, we spoke about security. And I said, like, do you like, you're sometimes scared maybe somebody wrong will be in the car, like they will, because sometimes there are cases, right? He said, ma'am, no, I'm not, because it's 24 hours cameras recording everything what's happening in the car, including the voice. I'm like, really? I didn't know that. Wow.
That's how the city becomes safe, you know?
Exactly.
That's how the
So
city becomes safe.
whatever happens, he can report directly, and nothing's going to happen to him or to the passenger. And this is
Exactly.
what we all need as an expat, because as a woman, for example, I could never feel myself more safer than in Dubai. No, not any other place. Everywhere you would still have like kind of a doubt of, you wouldn't go outside after a certain hours. You wouldn't just carry the bag of too luxury bag. You wouldn't wear too many jewelries just in case. You never know. So yeah, in Dubai, that's what everybody, I think, all the billionaires are happy.
In the middle of night at 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock, you go out and you are full dress up, and you will see other people also dressed up.
And you will be the last, like in terms of luxury, you'll be like somewhere in the middle, right?
Exactly.
Because will be somebody dressed better than you. Like you will look like, oh my God, is it really? Yeah.
You know, Dubai, for me, Dubai, I consider more like a home, like not as a city, more like a home. And you know, this home is run by a father,
right,
who's taking care of all his kids, and he's giving the opportunities to all of kids. Like, okay, this is I have made for you. This is the starting point, and
sky's the limit.
Sky's the limit. Go wherever you want to go. Sky's the limit. We all are interconnected with each other, and we are supporting each other to make this city as one of the...
It's very well said, by the way.
Yeah, it's, you know, like, this is not a city, this is a home.
Right.
You know,
I had an argument recently with a friend. She came like just for, I think, a few months. They wanted to open a company over here. And then she changed her mind. She said, no, I feel like Dubai has no soul, and it's kind of like all artificial. That's what people kind of bring up. If you go like in Spain and they steal your passport, is there a soul in that place where you have to sit there for 3 months restating all your documents?
That's a good answer.
I mean, for me, soul is where I feel safe.
Exactly.
For me, soul is where I have people who I can talk to. And the most amazing part, they're all different nationalities.
Yeah.
And I cope very well with different nationalities. I think I cope less with Russians rather than with others. And, you know, the soul, it's like what? Because there was a history, and one building was built by people 300 years ago, and this building is built in Dubai Marina 15 years ago. Does it make the soul different? Maybe the soul is just younger.
Exactly. Well said. Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And that's what keeps people coming back here again.
Yeah.
I know so many who left for a year. They tried somewhere else, then they got quickly back.
True that. I met a lot of people. They went to certain countries and they came back.
Yes.
They said, no, we cannot live in that infrastructure. No. The safety, the luxury, the services, what you're going to find in a normal cafe also.
Like, as long as we have people around, as long as we have like genuine connections with people around ourselves, this is where the soul, because we are the ones who are making the place alive.
Exactly.
Take us away. Yes. Yeah, maybe it will be a soulless place. But that's the point. Like in Dubai, when you come, you see like 250 nationalities kind of in our office right now. It's unbelievable. Like it's every nationality, literally.
It's an amazing experience.
And, you know, people are so interesting. Everyone is really bringing up their own culture, their own food, their own way of seeing things. And you just like daily you're learning. So for me, like 1 year in Dubai goes for 10.
Yeah.
And of course, that's why I want to go back home. I feel a little bit like bored or like backwards.
That's so true.
You know, like kind of you feel like you need that exposure back. You know,
it happens to me also, by the way.
Right.
You know, our eyes are so much used to see everything symmetric,
right?
Everything aligned, like everything should be well balanced.
Right.
It should be there, right? And you know, when we go somewhere, I said, you know, like Dubai is calling us back. Right. You know, come, my child, you know, come back.
Between me and you, I call Dubai Bermuda Triangle. When you're there, that's it. You're done. There's no way to come back. I think whoever stayed here, they're the people of comfort.
Yeah.
And they don't want to exchange that comfort into anything. I'm not sure in 10, 15 years if I want to say like, oh, I want to live in the forest, in a wooden house. Maybe.
Look, you can still find these kind of places in Dubai.
Right.
They have changed, they have transformed. places into full green area, like
Yeah, yeah.
pick anything.
Like communities right
Yes,
now.
communities, like real estate communities, you will step inside and you will find super amazing greenery. And you're not going to feel like you're in Dubai. You feel like in Europe or something like this.
And that's the target, I think. They want to
Bring
compete with
everything best
yeah,
right
all
over
the
here.
best and all. And I agree with you. Even I feel like the climate now, the waters are literally everywhere. You know, even those cables that are pouring the water on all
Correct.
the trees, it's still
Yes.
like the water goes up. So
Correct.
it does change a little bit the climate. Yeah,
You know, winters in Dubai is super beautiful.
it is. It is.
Super beautiful, but we should not forget we are living in a desert, okay? So
Right.
we have to be very good friend with the sun.
Yeah, a lot of lotions.
A lot of lotions would be.
Lotions
So
must
it
have
will
been-
be there, you know, sun
Right.
would be there. So just enjoy, but wait for the beautiful weather. It is coming up.
Right.
All the places are going to get crazy. People will be out.
Yeah, and we can feel it in traffic now.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
I
let's
think
see.
yeah. From
It's
Monday
getting things
starting,
are
like
getting
all
started.
Dubai is absolutely
You see
packed
that
now.
Dubai is getting, you know, waking up.
Even somebody told me now, instead of like 15 kids in the classroom, now it's like around 30 in the schools.
yeah.
So this means like the population kind of doubled.
It's good for our business.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Like one
More
of the, you
people
know,
will get-
realtor Harley, realtor on Harley.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he was saying that I love traffic because all these people are buyers.
Buyers, yes, yeah. Look, that's what we see. Look, we see all these challenges as a productivity,
Correct.
right? So this is all the perception of life, what you want to do.
Yeah, it's about turning the table.
Exactly,
Right? Just
yeah.
turn it for yourself first of all.
Yeah.
I feel like you have to sit on your own table and then turn it around and say, I'm going to do it. And this is what I have on the table for myself.
It's important.
And being strong enough and brave enough to take it. Because one thing people can, a lot of dreamers are there.
Yeah.
Somebody who can really like visualize things. But when it comes to actions, when it comes to really consistency in what they're doing,
Correct.
there is a little bit of things that not
Challenge.
challenge. But everybody on
Everybody
their
wants
journey.
everybody wants to be rich. But nobody's
Tell me
ready
about
to
it.
take challenge. The bigger the problem, the bigger the stress, the bigger the money is stuck on backside of that problem, you know?
So much true.
So like just go for the big problems. Just small problems we can sort it out. You know, go for the big problems, right? And every big problems there's something connected emotions. You know, so if you fix those emotions, automatically the problem get fixed, and yalla, you will get the money. So whatever the money is stuck behind that problem, it is sorted out.
Controlling your own emotions and your own
Exactly,
energy.
yes,
And
yes.
that's, I think, the challenge for a lot of people. Because we can get easily angry about stuff. Maybe people should get angry with their own disability to follow their own plans.
Yes, very
And
nice,
this could
yeah.
be a big source of energy
Yeah.
further on. like you
You're
know.
just thinking, you know.
Yeah.
God have gifted us one life,
Oh yeah.
and we should make sure the seed what we are putting in this ground, and those seed becomes the tree that gives shadows to the new generation.
Oh yeah.
So we have to do certain deeds, action for this beautiful home Dubai, for ourselves, not only for us but for the community, for the new generation, for the upcoming life, which is with you know, people who actually, I think it is responsibility of us to change the perception of people. Look, Dubai is beautiful. Yes, it is challenging. All the best things, they need challenge, right?
Right.
All the best thing can come easy.
There's
into
always the
plate.
sides of
Exactly.
everything.
So if you're ready, go for it. All the tools are there. Everything is there. What's stopping you? Does anything stop you if you want to achieve it? I think you're quite furious. You know what you want.
I love how you said it about home.
Yeah.
I did also in the beginning felt like it's maybe a temporary place. But now I would say like I'm so settled in my mind first.
Exactly.
And that also gave me a lot of energy to kind of just feel myself happy doing what I love to do.
Yeah.
And I listed everything what I really love to do, which one of them what we are doing now.
Yeah.
This was really one of my things that I always wanted to start, and I don't know for which reason I was delaying it. And many other things that I was not considering important or minimizing kind of the productivity of that action, you know what I mean? Because we always like kind of in sales, we get to goal-oriented targets,
Yes,
right?
yes.
But then no, like you have to fulfill your soul for sure. And I would recommend to everyone, whoever is thinking that happiness is not in small, no, happiness in the small things that you do for yourself. just list down whatever you love and give it a credit, because this is what your soul is like, food for the soul.
Yeah. Can we say like this? Happiness is in small things, but money is in the big problems.
Yeah. This has to be a statement. We put it
Right?
somewhere and like, yeah. When you talk about big problems and big money, actually, I think if you change the perception, considering those problems as big, maybe it will, maybe the money will be even bigger. Money is always there.
Yeah.
And we're going to get them anyways at
Money
some
is
point.
beautiful.
And it's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
And you have to love them.
Oh my God, this should be your first crush.
Right.
Money
Exactly.
is beautiful.
So that's why, okay, challenge or not, but the money will come when you, as yourself, you're in the right place emotionally and you're feeling that balance.
Look, money sort out all the problems.
But don't forget men and women perception about money.
In the end, we both need to buy a few stuffs,
Yeah, it's true.
right?
But I mean,
And
I think...
you buy and you forget in Gloria jeans. Just imagine that.
Yeah. And that's what is the difference between men and women. Men will never forget stuff because we are more emotional. That's what I mean. That's where the difference. Sometimes they call it women get money on the emotional waves in a way different rather than men being so goal oriented.
Yeah. Now, I have a question for you.
Right.
How do you feel yourself in kind of a market where all the CEOs, all the corporate world real estate is handled and managed, and the show is run by most of the men, right? Okay. So how do you fit yourself, or how do you make it things happen in this strong competition? Yeah, being as a woman, being as a real estate.
That's a very interesting question, to be honest.
Like how,
Very
like, for example, if you step into a room and there are like 100 real estate, all guys, and you have to sell before you leave that room. It could be idea, it could be anything. It could be training session. So how do you do it being as a woman?
But the thing that I never considered men to me as a competitors, to be honest. Not in a way that, like there is no competition or something. Of course there is. But I feel like being in this country with a Dubai's mentality, where women are taking a kind of special place, where they don't really stop them from achieving. But at the same time, there is always like a privilege that, okay, you're a woman, you can do whatever you want to do, please do. Because I feel always, since the time that I came to Dubai, I always felt respect that I am a woman here. So regardless if I will choose tomorrow to be a housewife and sit at home, nobody's going to tell me you're useless. But if I decide to be a CEO, nothing stops me tomorrow to go and open my own company and to become the largest corporation. And it will happen. You know what I mean?
So it means like this Dubai gives you a platform.
I think Dubai never suppressed women in business. I have never felt that. What I think sometimes when I hear the stories, some women, they maybe have, I'm sorry to say that, but a lot of times could be a subconscious, victimized attitude to yourself, where you are by default feeling yourself not good enough for specific things that kind of energetically transfers to the people around you. And by default, you receive the result, which actually you just yourself produced.
True that.
Got my point?
Yes.
Because, if I'm not challenging you as someone who's like, I'm not taking it, because I'm not as competitive as a personality wise, I'm not competitive. And I think actually when a woman too competitive, that's where she starts to kind of get into the problems. Where maybe men will feel challenged. But if I'm good in what I'm doing, you better cope with me in that, isn't it?
It's true that. So
like you will see I'm really good and you will say, Ksenia is so good in that. Like I better be a friend with her so we can do stuff together better. Exactly. We can sell stuff. Maybe I can give her a client. She can close my client better than I do. You know that I'm loyal.
Yeah.
You know that I will not go around somehow. And I think that's a lot to do with the personality and being non-competitive inside of yourself. This means the value. Because if you value yourself, you really don't need to, because there's always a different starting point. So you can't be really competing with people. Yeah, today you're going to be the best. Tomorrow somebody else going to be the best. what's the point?
Yeah.
Just focus on your own way of dealing with people. And if you position yourself as a great person, in my opinion, you don't need to do anything. It's like a personal brand going to do it for you. To me, Dubai, maybe it's one of the actually attracting points in Dubai that I felt always super comfortable being a woman here.
So you feel like the only competition which you have is yourself, and you can upgrade by diversifying your skills, and you become so much skillful, like all the other people wants to do a collaboration, or they can take a help.
I find this way more healthier.
Yes.
Because you know what, also I'll tell you something. Look how many amazing, beautiful, skilled women are coming to Dubai.
Correct.
If you look around, you go to any place, from the swimming pool to the high network events, right? If you put in your mind you're going to compete with all of them, you better go and like put yourself in a grave direct.
Yeah, then
Like
all,
you don't want
all
to
the
kill
day you're
yourself
going to be
before
thinking
you're,
about
you're
competition.
still alive, you know, but you're going to kill yourself like yourself.
Yeah.
So I don't believe in competition. I believe that, okay, you've got, as Sajjad, you got your circle of people, you got your skills, you're going to have people who appreciate and cope with you.
Yeah.
And I'm as Ksenia, okay, I'm a female. Of course, there is a few challenges because definitely women, they are more a little bit, you know, there could be situations where I could be looked at more as a woman rather than a professional.
Understand.
Yeah.
Yes.
But in this case, when you keep your boundaries in the right position as a human being, first of all, again, without any victimizing stuff and blaming all the men that they're horrible,
All men
you know,
are same.
yeah, you're going to be fine. You're going to be friends with anyone. And you say, there's no benefit of, you know, boundaries are important because, of course, there are, you know, a lot of men coming to Dubai, the buyers, majority are men. And of course, if they're looking at the woman, they might have a few thoughts like, oh, she's good looking and things like that. But once they sense the professional attitude and zero flexibility in that sense,
Understand.
they respect you a way more. They invest with you a way more because they know that they can trust you their money.
Yes. Even being as a female, like they have that trust. You're gonna take care of their money, their investment, and whatever they're putting trust in you, it will
For years.
multiply
For years.
You know, it's really important. I ask you because sometimes, no, most of the time, women, you know, they think, no, I cannot go over there. As I'm a woman, why I should face, you know, like they feel what you said. They already have so much insecurities with themselves, which amplifies outside, and they showed like a weak. But as you said, like once you are strong enough, you know what you really
and you know,
are.
being like strong and looking like what they say, this term now, feminism. I still feel it's two different things. Because as women, we are strong enough to do anything, but it doesn't mean we have to do that.
Yeah.
So I have a very strong switcher where in the professional life, I'm a one person, but the moment I go home to my personal life, I'm a totally different. Like I literally put the red button, press it, and said, now I am a pure traditional
Girl.
Russian woman that demands 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from her man. Yeah. So this is what's going on, and that actually makes me feel balanced between the personal life and the work life.
That's true.
Though it's hard for a lot of women, it's hard.
Do you think a woman should take the same attitude at home also? Like it's kind of a personal question, but
which attitude mean to be
like to be strong in the profession, they have to be strong at home also.
Not at all. Like to me, it's no. Like the man doesn't want to have another man in the house, isn't it? Otherwise, he would go for he would go for a different direction, right? So, like if he's picking the woman, he wants the woman who is caring, understanding, nurturing, someone who is giving him that softness that he doesn't have after a long day. I know it's maybe sometimes hard for women, but women can choose different fields, right? Exactly. Like if I wouldn't feel like I can cope with all of that, I wouldn't do that. But I can feel I can contribute and to my work and in personal life. So for me, it's kind of okay at this point of time. But maybe when, one day I'm going to have a child, so I'll be like, no, now office is not for me. I want to focus on my health. I want to be more at home and things like that, which is I have a right to do that because
correct.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But if as far as I can, be around and bring some new superstars to the market, make them, reach, why not? Why not?
Yeah.
I enjoy seeing people becoming successful. That's one of my, like kind of internal pleasures. And because maybe every time I do that, I see myself before when I just came to Dubai. 18 years ago, knowing nothing, zero. No one was there to kind of, like sit with me and say, you know what, Ksenia, I want to. No. Everything was literally hitting the wall day and night just to go through. Self-learned. And the most important, never giving up.
Yeah.
Never like packing my bag and go, so I cannot do it. I'm going to go back home. That's it. I'm done with this place.
So when you, what I have understand from your personality, you want your light shine in the new people when you're giving training to the new, to all the real estate agents who are coming, right? So you want this 18 years of experience. And by the way, they should grab this opportunity very well.
They trust me, they do.
18 years, right? 18 years of experience, which you can make them learn in, let's say, 10 minutes, 30 minutes,
something like that. I mean, it's not that fast, but I mean, it takes like a good training. But on the daily interactions, like I try to give the max, because I want them. Now it's not the time to stretch things, right?
Yeah.
We have literally 1.5 months until the season starts. So I want to train the people just before, all the hype is going. And now people learn much faster. Now we are dealing with a lot of young people, 20 plus.
I believe they are the best one.
Love it.
They are the best one
to... Yeah. They absorb amazingly. They are fast. And even they are way more advanced than us, like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
So I can see that whatever I'm saying, it's been absorbed well and acted upon, because, again, it's an industry without basic salary, isn't it?
Yeah.
People want money right here, right now, as fast as possible. And whoever going to contribute to that success, they're open to
100% agree.
Oh, yeah.
One deal with a big, fat check, they will say, thank you so much for all the guidelines, right?
Yeah. Once you close the first deal, there is no way back.
There's no way
You're going to
back.
be hooked on real estate forever.
It's like,
because you never ever get any money like that anywhere else.
Exactly.
You have to understand that. And that's how I was. When I got my first check, I could not believe, literally, I could not believe that I could make so much money. I could not believe. It was like, I was being in a kind of, not a dream, but like when you hold it, it was a check given by the company.
With beautiful numbers.
It was the first like 30,000 that I got after like I've been, receiving a salary of like 1,500 or something before that.
It was amazing experience.
It was a mind-blowing.
Yeah, like most of the time people ask us like, what is the biggest deal you have made? But in my understanding, like the first deal, like look at the story.
Yeah.
Look at the story. This is a very emotional story, right?
Very.
Because after this, we're not going to stop.
Never.
10 mil, 18 mil, 20 mils, like we write on calculator just like this. Right?
Yeah.
The first deal is the most important one, because after that, you're unstoppable.
Yeah, I would love to know our audience, like if we've been watched by real estate guys. Guys, comment like, what was your first deal? Because I think... as me and Sajjad, we think about it, it's more of an emotional deal. The volume of emotions that you got while closing it, rather the amount that you've got.
Correct.
Amount is important. I agree with you.
Later on, this amount is getting reflected.
Right.
Every time there's another extra zero, right?
But the emotion level is not anymore as the first one.
I meet 100 of brokers in my life,
Yeah.
And when it comes to sales, they always want to tell their first deal.
Correct.
Like what kind of emotional things, psychological pressure, stress, and the patient. Or okay, everything is done. Client have said yes, everything.
Right.
Okay, now we have to wait for the down payment. Okay, that is done. That's the process.
The stages.
Those stages are really interesting.
Life is happening right now.
Yeah.
Like life-changing events are happening.
Right?
Yeah. Sajjad, is an amazing conversation we had. I feel like it's one of the most, kind of spiritual / deep conversation that I had over, since a long time, especially when it comes to our industry, because we're both from real estate and only real estate people can understand each other that well, right? On that level, because we went through this whole spectrum of emotions over this period of time. So I want to thank you so much for being here. And hopefully we're going to make more of those, because I really enjoy talking to you.
For sure. Thank you so much for having me once again.
Thank you.
Have a lovely evening.
You too. Take care.